the initial part of the week was impacted by key events like Brent crude oil prices touching its 2 years high. Indian GSEC yields increased to its 1 year high, which impacted the market and sentiments. However, the later half of the week, last 2 days specifically, we saw the market recovering from the lows, mainly on back of expectation of the two state election results, which would have the expectations of the opinion polls that a favorable government would be formed in these two states help the market. So overall for the week, Nifty ended in green, up 67 points. However, the broader market unable to recover, underperformed. The mid-cap index was down 0.3%, while the small-cap index lost almost 1%. In key sectors, IT, media, metals were among the key gainers. Real estate sector, which was one of the key gainers for the entire year 2017, saw heavy profit booking last week, was down 2%. Some cheer to the market with key heavyweights like Maruti and HDFC Bank touched their all-time record levels last week. In another development, two stocks to be added to the Sensex, Yes Bank and IndusInd, were in focus last week. They have been included in Sensex with effect from today, that is Monday. In key events last week, we saw the US Fed increasing 25 basis points interest rate, which was on expected lines. This was on back of the expectation of economic growth, lower inflation and lower unemployment in the country. We saw ECB keeping the rates unchanged at 0.5%. Back home, the current account deficit for second quarter came in and widened to 1.2%. For first half, it stands at 1.8%. Further, IIP for the month of October stood at 2.2% versus 3.8% in September. This slower growth was mainly on back of slowdown in the basic goods and consumer durables. In terms of inflation, we continue to see consistent rise, both CPI as well as WPI. So retail inflation measured by CPI reached a 15-month high of 4.9% for November, whereas WPI increased to 3.9%. This was on back of rise in food as well as vegetable prices. Another development, the winter session of Parliament began last week on 15th, which would continue for some time and would be to watch out for. In key events that we expect this week, the Bank of Japan monetary policy as well as the third quarter of US GDP data will be coming up during the week. In terms of market outlook, the market has been seeing some closure last week above key resistance level. So for this week, we expect the market to now consolidate at the higher levels. In terms of technical levels, a decisive close for Nifty above 10,330 levels could see the Nifty going up initially to 10,410 and then reaching to record high levels of 10,490. On the downside, the supports are shifting to higher levels at now at 10,250 and 10,200 levels. So that's the update from my side today, everybody, and have a nice week.